Hey,
Hey.
welcome back everyone to the TmortalTV TV Fisherman Hour. It's another great day where we're gonna be casting reels and podcasting as well. And I'm here with my good buddy, Watch Out Loud.
What's going on?
Hey.
I have no control over my character.
He's
'cause
virtually
he's
virtually cracking into a cold one.
drunk. He's just kind of doing his own thing at this point.
You know, our characters are really not reflective of us in real life because your character's drinking and my character's smoking a cigarette, which is
Yeah.
things respectively that neither of us do.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, everyone, you can, if you're here on YouTube, you can watch us fish. But if you would rather, like do laundry and listen to a podcast, you can always listen on all the major podcasting platforms. Or if you're listening on there, if you're on Spotify right now and you're like, man, I wish I could see these people catch fish, you can go watch on YouTube. That's it. Let's go find some fish, man. So, how have you been, dude?
Good. It's been pretty chaotic today. I
Yeah.
didn't make it. Just thunderstorms, working on some personal projects, and
Nice.
yeah, it's just been a chaotic couple of days.
Yeah.
If I'm being real.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been sending over a bunch of what you're working on to me, and it's looking pretty good. I'm not going to spoil anything which you're ready to show, but I'm pretty excited for everybody to see.
I'll give you a first exclusive. It's for Sticker Club because it's going to go live 2 days after this goes up.
Yeah, because this will be Wednesday, so yeah, Thursday, Friday. Yep.
But yeah, I'll give you a little behind the scenes. I am working on a Sticker Club and just working on like a reveal trailer and everything because like I miss from the Smash days. The big reveals for each character, and so I know it's not part of the Sticker Club. I just love making like little reveals and stuff. So that's what I'm doing, and next month is going to be Earthbound,
Ooh.
which is my favorite game of all time.
That's the big lore drop that I was like, don't say any Earthbound. Don't mention Earthbound.
Well,
But,
I mean,
hey,
like,
you heard it here first, y'all.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna go live. Like I said, 2 days after this is up. So
Nice.
you get a little exclusive for listening to the podcast.
Hey, it's a great thing to bring up because it honestly has to do a lot with what I wanted to talk about today. Because, like you were saying, it doesn't have anything to do with this sticker club itself, but it's just fun, and you like to make it, and it just feels nice and adds like character to it and kind of builds it out. Because I myself, I went to school for, graphic and web design. And while it's not something business wise I want to do anymore, like I don't really want to go into the professional design industry as much anymore, but everything I learned has done nothing but like help me do the stuff I do want to do with like all these creative endeavors. And it's just fun, like to be able to like do it all yourself, and like you're your own marketing team, and
That's
really
the worst
fun.
part.
Yeah. I mean, the like, how am I going to market this is hard, but the like, I get to make a commercial is really fun.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, it's been a crazy experience. I didn't think I would actually be involved in art at any point.
Yeah.
In my life, like I was doing like the 3D printing, but I don't know. It's always been in the back of my head that like, hey, don't do art. You got to make the big bucks.
Right.
So I just stayed away from it for the longest time. I've been doing art since I was an animator and artist on Newgrounds way back in the day in like 2007, maybe before.
Right.
And then I used to make comic books in class all the time. So I went from that to just not making any art, and then a year ago working on Blender, all just because I wanted some art of a certain game that I like called Ooblets in the clay style. Nobody makes it. I don't want to bug people to make it, and I didn't want to spend money to get it made.
Right.
So I decided to learn Blender, and now I'm here.
That's cool. Like, yeah, you just like filled a void that you didn't have. Yeah, because I wanted to talk today. Like, I genuinely think of like artists I know. You're one of the few people I know who's like your stuff looks like on a professional level, and I don't know too many people out there. Number one, putting out work as frequently as you are, but also like to the quality it is. And I was very curious, like where you come from background wise with art, because like for me, I've been drawing since before I've even formed memories, like as a child. And like there's pictures of me as like a toddler, like building with stuff. Like I've always been creating stuff and I've always been building stuff. And it's always been such a huge part of me. And like over the years, it kind of like shifted in different areas to where like I went to college for art before I ended up getting into all of this. But I was curious, like as a kid, were there like things that you were into that were like the signs were there that now that you look back, you're like, oh yeah, this has really kind of always been a big thing to my life?
Well, I've always made art. Like I said, I made comics. I have somewhere a folder. I've been looking for it because I wanted to make all my old characters from like middle school and stuff in Blender. I just can't find the folder. It's somewhere packed away, probably in the shed. But yeah, I've just always, when I get an idea, I just kind of do it. That's just how I've always been. It's not so much just art because I've done other things. I've done cosplay. I've done 3D printing, as you know. I've done I can't even remember. There's so many. I've done painting before, but yeah, I produced music for a bit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, on Fruity Loop. That didn't last very long. I even had I had full turntables and everything. I never did anything with
that's
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's a huge staple of my creative journey as well.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to go to college for music production because, again, like I said, at an early age, family and people around me really just kind of told me, you need to stay away from art. That you're not gonna make anything with that. So I ignored it for a while. But you start getting older. I'm 36 now. You start to realize like, yeah, maybe I do need cash, so maybe I should stay away from it. So I really took a humongous hiatus from doing art. Other than like back when I streamed, I did all my artwork on stream, all my overlays and everything, intros, and I always loved doing that. But not until about a year ago have I just been constantly making stuff and getting behind the animation and hopefully game development soon.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. I'm hopefully not far behind you in the same regard. That's really crazy because like you mentioned, like you used to do like animations on Newgrounds and stuff too, right?
Yeah, Flash. I was animating back when it was still Macromedia Flash. Adobe hadn't even taken over, and it was a free program at the time. But now, and then Adobe took it, and it became like a $300 program. But fought that a little bit, but then because there wasn't like a constant update like there is with Adobe, it was just one single software. And then I just grabbed that software and just used it. I don't care if it was out of date. I wasn't making anything super crazy, but I was doing frame by frame, a little motion tween.
Yeah.
Which apparently I see a lot of motion tween coming back.
Yeah, for sure.
But also a lot of people hating on it too, because it is kind of lazy. But if you're very creative with it, it can look great. I did see the new. Are you excited for King of the Hill to come back?
I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess.
I'm
that's the
gonna
best
watch
way to put it.
But the animation I've seen is a lot of motion tween. There was even one scene in the like reveal trailer for it where a person walking, you can tell they just took the mouse and just moved them up and down like bobbing in the background, and I was like, okay, I understand you're trying to pump stuff out, but that was the charm of King of the Hill. It was hand drawn and everything, and it wasn't over the top, except for Dale. He's always over the top.
Yeah, I did hear some people complaining, like when you watch it you could tell now it's in something like Toon Boom, and it's very much like they're rigged characters. It's not like hand drawn, and like I understand that. That is something. It's a shame, but that's just the way they do cartoons now.
I noticed it first. I think the big first cartoon show I noticed using a lot of motion tween.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because like I never liked the show
Mm-hmm.
um, because it looked like it was made in Flash and it was on Cartoon Network. But
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Test, do you remember that show?
Oh, I know of it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them, but it was very very like, hey, front page of Newgrounds.
Right.
That's how it felt, and I never liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But a big influence for me when I was a kid was actually music videos, the Gorillaz
Yeah.
music videos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
When I was a kid, I was blown away by how smooth the mouth movements were, just every little crinkle in the face, and it was all hand done. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. So I've mentioned it a little bit. Like, I grew up very, like, we made the joke about it on stream, of course, but I grew up, like, a homeschooled, very, like, religious environment. And I really didn't listen to a lot of, like, music other than, like, Christian music. And
Yeah.
I remember one year, we took a family, like, field trip to Washington, D.C. to see all the, like, just like the America's Capital stuff and the big, like, Smithsonian museums. And I have such a weird defining, like, memory of us, like, looking for lunch, and we went to just this local, like, it was like a bar and grill in the middle of the day, but it was probably like a sports bar, but there were no games playing.
Yeah.
And they just had TVs everywhere playing music videos. And the Feel Good Incorporated music video came on. It, like, really, like, completely, like, rocked my world of, like, whoa.
It was hypnotizing.
Yeah, like, I'm like, this feels like it's something that has always stuck out to me over the years. Is there's art that always impresses me deeply because at first it kind of unsettles me. So, like, as a kid, I was watching that music video and I was like, I'm kind of scared. Like, who is this creepy green guy? And, like, this dude with no eyes, but the music's cool, and I'm kind of like you said, hypnotized by it. And yeah.
I've always loved the weird. The weird is
Oh, yeah.
always like I've never been turned backish from the weird. Like I loved Beastie Boys music videos. Those
Yeah.
were over the top. Just the other day with Christine, we were watching YouTube on the television, and I just clicked on a video, and it was some, I guess. It was a photo of some woman. They stretched her eyes out to look like a snail, and then she was singing a song about a snail for 4 minutes. I sat there for the whole 4 minutes laughing.
Okay.
I did not click off of it. I just love it. I love, like, the stupid, weird things that people do.
Okay, this makes me feel a little bit better because there's always these weird things. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't send that. Maybe that's too weird. Like,
no, I've seen it all. There's
Okay.
really nothing that's gonna shock me.
But going back to Newgrounds, like, it's funny. I spent a lot of time on Newgrounds as a kid, but in a different way. Like, most people, you remember the Flash animations, right? And you remember the games.
The games.
Yeah.
Pico.
I never did any of that as a kid. I just used it as basically the way SoundCloud is now. Because my friends, my cousin, here we go again. My cousin and our friends at the time were getting into doing, like, really cheesy, like, Eurodance trance music. And they were like, oh, it's all here. All the artists are, like, here on the Newgrounds audio portal. And so, like, I would just get all my music from there, just, like, dance remixes of
Oh yeah.
of all that stuff, and like the drum and bass stuff that you've probably heard in like a million Flash animations at this point, because that was the whole purpose of it. It's like, make your music here, it's Creative Commons, and maybe somebody will use it in their stuff. And
I don't know if you've ever played it, but there was a Newgrounds game that I think you would like even today. It's called Punk-O-Matic. I don't know if you ever played it. It's like GarageBand. You run a punk rock and you build your own music.
Oh,
you literally
cool.
just build your own. I never played through the story. My friends and I would just sit on there and just make punk rock music with, like, pre-recorded stuff.
That's fun.
And send it to each other, because you could send, like, a code, and it would. I'm pretty sure you can still play it on Newgrounds.
Yeah,
I got
they
some
did
of
a
my
huge
old
thing.
animations.
Yeah, they did a huge thing where they, like, converted the website to where, like, emulates Flash to where it kind of like preserved all that stuff. So even though Flash was kind of phased out, Newgrounds basically found a workaround to where they were able to preserve all that. So pretty much everything, I think, at this point, unless it was intentionally removed, is still there, which is really cool.
I mean, my stuff never made like front page or anything. I had one that was close to getting front page. I was just happy for things not getting what they used to call it blamed.
Yeah,
when it was
yeah.
like voted off. I had a couple blamed animations, but the ones that made it are still there, and they're working today. I was like, they're very cringe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to be able to have that little time capsule of my animation and stuff.
We would always talk in like the Newgrounds audio portal of like, oh no, I hope the song doesn't get zero bombed, you know? Like, yeah. So I totally remember that, and like it was so funny, just like when you're that young and you're putting that stuff, like going back and seeing like the comment section and how we would have responded to creative criticism back then. Like my friend is just like, I meant to do that, but maybe you should get your speakers checked. It's like, it's
I have animations where people are like, well, you just copied this and this is not that great, blah blah blah. I'm like, whatever, dude, you're stupid. And like my response is still there.
It's so funny.
Just like, I'm like, Past West, you are so dumb. You're so dumb. The internet's forever. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to look stupid all the time.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of time on Newgrounds. I daily. I would get home from school or whatever, and I would come home and immediately check out what's on front page, check out some of the new stuff. I always loved finding stuff before it reached front page, and I was playing games, watching animations. Definitely saw a lot of stuff I shouldn't have seen on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Even their classic stuff had some bad stuff, like Pico's School. That's like their mascot, and what came out before Alien Hominid.
Yeah.
And I mean the website back then was just all about animating violence. It was they were still going after video games, not after Newgrounds. It was really weird because I've seen some of the most violent animations ever back when I was a kid.
Yeah, and like it's just kids being like, "Huh, it's funny because the cartoon make head blow up or something." It's like, yeah.
There's a couple that still stuck with me that I've tried to go back and watch, and they do not hold up today. But I was like so obsessed with them.
Yeah, I've even like there's a famous song. It was like a punk rock song, like "I Am the Ice Cream Man." You might even know it, and I remember we would like laugh at it as a kid, and in recent years I went back and listened to it. I'm like, these lyrics are like not okay. Like you can't be saying that, dude. But yeah, that was just the vibe back then, and like not to excuse it, but it's crazy. Like I always think of it now. It's like it just has such a different perspective on life where I'm like, man, we really just didn't know how serious that was, did we? Like
no,
a lot of the stuff on there.
We were all just stupid kids.
Yeah, just dumb internet kids on Newgrounds being like, haha, that's funny. And now as adults, I'm like, yeah, that's really maybe you shouldn't be joking about that, kiddo. But yeah. I remember just dying to like, I want to make a cool remix and I want to put it on the Newgrounds audio portal too. And that kind of sent me down like the path of wanting to do music, which is why in college I wanted to go for graphic design because my goal was I wanted to be in a band really bad. And I was like, I want to be in an emo band. I want to be in a metalcore band. And partially, you know, looking back in it is just because I was like a little homeschool kid that wanted friends, and I'm like, I want to be in a band so I know I have like my crew that will never leave me, you know. And I'm like, all my friends would like move away, and I'm like, if I'm in a band, we're all just gonna be together forever, right? And so I was like, it's similar to what you were saying. I was like, you're not gonna make money in a band, right?
Yeah.
I was like, but you can make money doing graphic design for bands. So that was why I wanted to go to school for graphic design and just getting a like higher education in art. I very much realized like this is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
And also just like I had a teacher who I always joke around and say like he ruined my life for the better because I was going into, you know, like graphic and web design was the program I was in, and there was a teacher there. His name was Camilo Ruiz, and he does great stuff. And he was like teaching like motion graphics for like at Premiere for like graphic design stuff. But every class he would teach, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna teach y'all some animation stuff because this is what I know and this is what I actually want to teach y'all." So he drove me down the path of like illustration and animation rather than graphic and web design. So by the time I was like 3/4 of the way through with my degree, I'm like, oh, man, this is what I want to do, not the other stuff I've been learning. That sucks. But yeah, that's why like you said, you did comics. I was like, I'm going to take my illustration and I want to make comics because I want to, bring stories to life. I want to make characters, I want to craft these narratives. And by the end of that, I was like, oh, it's so hard to make a comic by myself, but I got to push through because it has to be cool enough for somebody to want to pick it up on Netflix and turn it into a show, or somebody wants to make a video game out of it. And that was my big like epiphany moment. Like, you want to make video games and like shows, not comics. So
Yeah.
that's why I pivoted to really wanting to learn game development, because I think that's where my passions have lied ever since I've gotten games like in my hand. Like you know how they say like you do what you love.
Yeah.
You just gravitate to what you love. So whenever I have free time, I'm either playing a game, I'm watching a game, like people play games, watching streams, let's plays, like listening to videos, or like learning information about games. Like I just have a love for video games, and that's why I started streaming. Or that's why I kept streaming. I started streaming because after I graduated with art, I was like, I guess I got to do something with art, so maybe I'll be an art streamer. And it made me hate art to where
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
I burn out. And then I'm like, I need to get back to video games because that at the core is what I'm passionate about.
It's funny you say that because sometime it depends on how busy everything's going to get with like the holidays and everything like that. But I plan on doing some art streams, even though I'm like retired. I just think it's a good way to network as well. And sometimes I'm literally just sitting in complete silence.
Yeah.
and just trying to get work done. So sometimes it's a little better to like hang out and talk to somebody.
Yeah, for sure. And like in that like context, like I burnt myself out because I was trying to like my entire identity and my entire schooling and education, I was basing on the success of the stream. And so I'm like, this isn't working, and it's like crushing my soul. But then, I'm getting back to art now because I've removed all that. So now that like you said, you've retired, there's no stakes for the streams. You can just enjoy it because you enjoy it. You don't have to worry about that. So it'll be fun again.
I hope so. I mean, you never know. Like until I jump into it again, I may just hate it again.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I am hyper focused on something, I don't want to chit chat. But then again, that's the other thing. I could just not talk to people if I wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
And just not stream. But I also want to be entertaining to a certain extent. So
right, yeah. I just like sharing, and like it's fun to be like, look, I'm drawing. Do you like drawing? Maybe we'll all learn something along the way,
Yeah.
But I totally get that, and sometimes it just brings back the bad vibes that made me quit art and streaming in general. Like I remember I tried to do art streams a couple of years ago, coming back after quitting, and immediately I was like, I remember why I hate this, and I stopped. But yeah, I think the important thing is just keeping it loose to where you don't have to make yourself hate it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like the only thing I'm worried about when I stream my art is I still look up tutorials sometimes because I don't have everything mastered. I just have really crazy ideas, and I will not stop at anything until I accomplish said idea. So
Right.
I don't want to pull up a like tutorial on stream or anything.
Yeah. I've worried about that too, not because I'm embarrassed that I'm looking up a tutorial, and I doubt that's the way you feel, but I'm worried that like somebody will get mad at me playing someone else's content on stream, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more worried about that. Like, if I knew I wouldn't get in trouble and nobody would be mad at me, like, I would do these game development courses on stream and just stream, like, me doing this. But it's a class I paid for. And I know people are
Yeah.
like, you can't share that. You paid for that. And, like, but, I mean, if that weren't a thing, literally, I would be like, start to finish, who wants to learn with me live on stream and just, like, go through those classes just live. But oh, copyright.
I'm sure it would be fine if you like had already gone through the lesson.
Right.
Dude, let me just tell you, it's really hard to fish in a toilet. I'm doing my best.
Trust me, man. I know.
I don't know how you know. I'm a little concerned about that.
I don't
but
want to
yeah,
talk about it.
You could look up like and learn like all your classes, and then like look back on them like little
Right.
bits and pieces. That should be completely fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I when I start game development, which I'm now thinking it's going to be a little further out. I would like to master my animating, rigging, and everything before I even start, because I'm just going to overwhelm myself. And I have a really bad habit of that, of taking too many projects at once.
Yeah.
So
I have a habit of getting way too excited about a project and like being like, I'm gonna do all of this, and then like just never doing it. It's tough.
that used to be me on Newgrounds. If I ever show you my animations, I'd say maybe 5% are finished animations. The rest are like an intro for a series I want to do or something, and then I just never work on it again. That was a really bad habit that it took me a long time to get over that.
Yeah, I feel that. I have the classic, the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak. Like everything in me wants to do it, but maybe it's some undiagnosed ADHD or something. But the second I have to put the executive function aspect into it, I'm like useless.
Yeah. It's more for me, like I just have too many ideas. So I'm pretty sure, I've never been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have some form of ADHD. So, because man, it takes so much energy to just focus on one project. And that's why that's another reason why I'm doing my sticker club is because I want something to force me with timelines, like my time management and not getting sick of something very quickly. I have to go the whole month making stickers and postcards and all this other stuff of that one theme. So I'm hoping that'll help me out over time.
Yeah, I totally get that because I love streaming. And the reason I do streaming and YouTube is because the lead singer of the 1975, in an interview, they're like, what would you recommend to somebody who wants to get into music? And he said, like, only do it if you can't do anything else. Like, I've tried to quit YouTube and Twitch so many times because on paper, logically, like, it's probably not going to go anywhere. But I just enjoy doing it so much, I can't stop. Every time I stop doing it, I go like half a year, and I just miss it. And that's why I do it, because I love it. And
well, that's important, as long as you're enjoying it.
Exactly.
But I'm the same way. I quit a ton of times. There were a lot of times that I quit, and I mean, yeah, I'm kind of coming back, but I think I finally broke away from it.
Yeah.
Just mainly because I wasn't enjoying it anymore. So
exactly. But with this, like you were saying, that like forcing yourself into a thing, like to where it kind of makes you like impose some discipline on yourself. It started when I moved back. I used to live in Charleston, South Carolina, and man, that's a whole miserable story on its own. But when I moved back to Georgia, I was like, you know what? Let's see if I can just stream a set schedule every week, 4 days a week, and that's where all of this started, you know. And it got to a point where I was like, I've got this down. Like, I can stream 4 days a week with my hands tied behind my back. It's a habit now, and I enjoy it, and I don't want to stop. And that's where, like, getting back into the videos, I'm like, now that I have that down, I think I can put a little bit more on my plate. A video every Wednesday and like these podcast episodes, and it's just like little by little the self-efficacy stuff and proving to yourself you can do more and more as you go.
Yeah.
And I just really enjoy it. But yeah, eventually, long term, like you said, we've both got a lot of projects cooked up in our heads that we want to do. Hey, maybe both. But
I'm working on that. I have no product other than 3D printing stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you ask anybody that knows me, like Trip or Jaska or anybody else like that, if you ask them, I always try to outdo myself. I always try. It is the biggest curse that I have, because then I blow myself out. Like, I'm just blown out. I don't want to do anything anymore, because it's like, where do I go from here? Do I like blow up the planet or something?
Yeah.
There's not any further I can go on my budget and popularity and stuff. So then you kind of get just unmotivated. But I don't know. It's something with Blender. I haven't gotten that way. I keep outdoing myself, but I know I could do more.
Right.
I can do a full film. I could do a video game, like I said. I could do longer animations. I mean, I've gotten to the point where, in the past, when I first started, of course, it would take me a week or two, maybe, to finish a really nice render. But now I can knock out one in about 12 hours.
Nice. That's awesome. And so you can actually see like the proof in the pudding of your actual like growth.
Yeah.
Like right there. That's awesome.
The animation is still taking me quite a bit of time, but and I know I'm doing all of that wrong, but it's fun. But that's why I like about the sticker club. If I get a little behind, I could just knock out another one in the same day, like 1 or 2 full designs.
Yeah.
And I like being at that point. I'm sure I can get faster, but
and you will, just the more you do it.
Yeah, it's kind of proof against the argument that I keep saying about AI. That like, oh, it's for people who are disabled or people who don't know how to do art. I know people who are disabled who are fantastic artists who just kept up with it. I know people who play video games without arms. They got one of those mouth setups and stuff. And like, you just got to work at it. You got to suck for a while to be happy where you're at.
Yeah.
You may never be amazing at it, but if you want to learn to make a little art and stuff, you got to earn it. And also, this is my big counter argument with AI. I don't know what these billionaires are doing. I'm sorry I went on an AI tangent. I hate AI.
No, please do. I hate it too. We hate AI here. No generative AI will be found anywhere remotely connected to my stuff. But
I'll be looking for all the AI bros in the comments, because I'll just be like, all right, stay away from these.
Yeah, if you're an AI bro in the comment, hit leave. But
just get out of here. I just don't get it. I don't know why they're doing AI, because it makes no sense, because they want to do AI to replace all these jobs, right? But then who's going to have money to buy all their stuff if nobody has a job? You're just destroying yourself. It's going to implode. It's already starting to implode a bit. I'm seeing so much hatred for AI.
Yeah.
I've seen, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, me too.
Like, we don't need AI in our cars. We don't.
No.
That scares me. Like, because AI does not stand for artificial intelligence, like most people thinks. It stands for like algorithm something. It's an algorithm.
Yeah,
it's
what they have right now, exactly. Because, like, I love sci-fi, and you know me. I'm obsessed with cool little robots.
Yeah.
I want nothing more than a future where I can have a little, basically sentient robot buddy. Like, if I could have a R2-D2 in my house hanging out with me and he's my best pal, I want that future. But that's not what this is. It's smoke and mirrors. It's like you said, it's an algorithm. It's just putting results in a digital blender and spitting out what it thinks you want to hear. It's not intelligence.
Stolen art. It's stolen information. Like,
yeah,
it seems like AI is smart, but it's really just taking all the collective knowledge that we've done already and cut out the middleman really poorly. Like, I wish on like the times because I'm trying not to use Google, Of course, I can't avoid YouTube. That is just something, because TV is dead now. I'm surprised there's even cable anymore. But when I do use Google to look something up, I wish that AI response would go away, because I've never gotten a straight answer. I've looked.
I got a secret for you. A little tip for you, man. If you put -AI after any Google result, it goes away.
I saw that. The problem with that is I'm lazy, and I'm trying to be lazy without AI. So that's
I get it. But I tried it the other day because I thought it was a hoax, and it does work. So
yeah, I did see. I mean, they should just have an option to turn it off.
Yeah, if I could go in my settings and just say no AI results, that'd be great. But they want you to just not have a choice with that without it being there.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to make it as tough as possible. But bringing up Google little secrets that you were trying to tell me, I do have a little bit of a bone to pick with you. And in fact, I found out about it today. Yeah, somebody here, because I use YouTube Premium, of course, told me there's an $8 option.
Oh.
So I went to go sign up for it today, actually. Let me just tell you, I'm not a student, and it's called the Student Premium. So so I can't.
Okay.
I'm stuck paying $15. It went up to $15.
Dang, I'm not a student anymore either. They kicked me off of student. but I thought it was just like I still had another option where it was like, you can pay this and just not have this stuff. I wonder if I would have gone through that. They're like, all right, put your student info in, and it probably would have not let me anyway, because I don't have an active, I'm not enrolled in anything at the moment. So
well, if I'm wrong in the comments, please let me know. Please chew me out, because I would love to be wrong. Because I would love to
be wrong too.
Because everything is getting expensive. I was telling you the other day that Christine and I went and got the cheap pizza. You know, we're like, hey, we want pizza. We don't want to go eat a frozen pizza, but we also don't want to spend $40 on 2 pizzas, because I'm a monster.
No kidding.
I have to have a pizza by myself, because I'll eat the whole thing in one sitting. I'm a horrible.
Me too.
I'm an absolutely terrible person.
I get it. Like, I feel your pain, because I'm the same way. I'm like, I need a whole large pizza, or I'm
So we went to like Little Caesars, and it's like, okay, $5 hot and ready. I didn't even go with the whatever they call it, the better bestest pizza, where you get more pepperonis, more cheese on it.
Yeah.
I didn't even get that. I was like, let's go as cheap as possible. You should have seen my face when they told me it was $18.90 something for 2 large pizzas. We didn't get crazy bread or anything, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? How much are each of them? I wasn't going to deny it. I had the money and stuff, but it's just shocking.
Yeah,
and
it's just yeah.
And fast food is not even that great. I don't know why. I think it's a lot of Gen Z and stuff that loves like McDonald's and stuff. They really push that. But I don't know the last time I've had McDonald's, to be honest with you. I just can't do fast food, and I'm not a health freak whatsoever. It's just fast food. I feel like I'm on death's doorstep every time I have fast food.
Well, the thing is, this is so bad for you, and it's a guilty pleasure. Like, I love me some McDonald's, but I have a bone to pick with McDonald's. I'll get to this after I make my point, though.
Here we go.
But like, it's horrible for you, and if like you're like, I don't remember the last time I had it. You don't eat fast food for a while, and your body acclimates to eating better food normally on the regular, and you go back to eating it, it immediately is like, I forgot the tolerance I had built up. This is destroying me. So like, if you go like half a year without eating McDonald's, and then you're just like, you know what, I think I'm gonna eat McDonald's today, you're gonna feel bad. But man,
that's actually
McDonald's,
the best part of me quitting drinking, which is 4 years coming up. I'm pretty stoked. November. I mean, I barely. The only reason I remember is it's literally the first date that I had with Christine, which is also the first day that we became official. So it's like an anniversary thing. Blah blah blah. It's very easy to remember. But I was obsessed. I would DoorDash this all the time. I would get drunk, and there was nothing better than Jack in the Box tacos. They are the most disgusting thing on the planet, but oh my God, put some of their hot sauce on it. It got so bad and I was really drunk at the time, but I went on the DoorDash to order it, and I ordered 20 of them because I was like, I want 20 tacos. They're tiny.
Yeah.
I want them.
Yeah, they're pretty small.
I forgot that when you make an order of tacos, you get 2 of them. So I had 40. I didn't even realize the price.
Oh my goodness.
But I had 40 tacos show up at my door, and I had to eat as many as I could. You cannot reheat those things. It's like Taco Bell. It's impossible to reheat. So
they're barely edible when they get to you, much less later left over.
Yeah. I only did it because it was like right down the street for me.
Yeah.
And, I didn't want to drink and drive, so that's the only reason I door dashed. I probably could have walked there, but I also didn't want to walk, especially when you're drinking. But, man, I think about those tacos now, and I want to throw up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm very happy about that because on March, so I have, like, some family members, and, they wanted to make the pledge to stop drinking as well because some of them were like, this is a habit that I foresee getting kind of out of hand, and then I also have like other family members that are just like health wise immunocompromised where they're like, I can't be putting this on my liver, so like they kind of were like, let's quit together, right?
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned this last stream. I was like, you know what, I'm not quitting, but I will quit drinking Coca-Cola and try and, cut soda out of my life. And that's why I'm March 1st. I was like, no more Coke, not drinking it.
Coke's really bad for you. I'm just kidding.
Unless it was like I'm somewhere where they have nothing else to drink, I'm like, I'm thirsty. And we went to a comic convention and it was like that. They had nothing but soda. And I was like, I guess I'll have a Coke. I took one sip of it, and I'm like, this is disgusting. How did I ever drink this? I sadly hate Coca-Cola now. But I guess it's not that sad, but...
You love soda, and that's because you drank it all the time, and you became kind of like mentally blind to it. And then when you quit, you're just like, wow, yeah, my body does not like that.
Yeah, it's like, it's gross. Like, have you seen the meme where the dude is like, oh, I can't wait to drink my Coca-Cola, and he takes a sip, and he's like, oh, that's not Coca-Cola, that's Burger King poop water.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it tastes. I'm like, this tastes like poop water. This is disgusting.
Yeah, it's... I do a soda from time to time, because sometimes I just need some flavor.
Yeah, I'm a Sprite guy now. Like, if I have to have a soda, I'll have a Sprite. It's pretty good.
If I get a soda or go to a drink fountain, I'll get one of the blue Powerades or something instead. I'm not big on the carbonation. It gives me heartburn. We're fighting for this fish right now.
But yeah, my rule is like, I'm not drinking soda anymore. But if I'm at a place where I have no other option, I would drink a Coke. Now that has shifted to Sprite.
Yeah.
But I'd always rather get like a lemonade or a tea if I'm somewhere than one of those.
The only carbonated kind of soda are like Monsters, but that's just to keep me alive at this point. I mean, like keep me functioning. And I had 2 of them today, and I'm still tired.
That's how I am with Celsius, because they're like green tea based. Because I love my tea, but there's so much other crap in those too. But
I heard they're really bad.
Oh man, probably. I don't think any energy drink is good.
What I'm doing is not.
But yeah.
Good. But then again, I had a bunch of people tell me I should be expecting a lot of like kidney stones. It is safe to say I've never had a kidney stone in my life.
I never have either, and I sure hope I never do because I only have one kidney.
Oh God, where's wood? I gotta start knocking.
Yeah, I need to start putting more milk in my tea. Apparently, milk chemically reacts with what's the like compounds that are in tea that breaks down the stuff that gives you kidney stones. So some people who have gotten kidney stones, like if you have milk or if you have tea, you just put a little bit of milk in there to like neutralize it.
Yeah,
it like drastically decreases your chances of having getting kidney stones from drinking too much tea. So if you're a big tea guy and you're afraid of kidney stones, do that.
I didn't know that.
It's also better for your teeth too, because tea is pretty acidic, and the milk neutralizes a lot of the acid to where it doesn't screw up your teeth as well.
Sorry, I got so distracted by trying to like get my lure in the toilet from all the way back here that I completely blacked out, and that's not a good thing to do on a podcast. But no, I actually drink my coffee black, but I started putting milk in it because I heard it's a lot better on your teeth, and that is something I'm trying to keep white. Well, you know, I never want the pure. The best way I explain it is, did you ever see the live action Inspector Gadget?
Oh yeah, a long time ago, but
yeah, the fake Inspector Gadget that had the fake teeth.
Yeah.
That's how people look now. You look fake. You look AI made.
Yeah. A lot of those people, they have straight up like veneers, like just fake teeth they put over their teeth. So that's probably why. Like, but yeah.
I wanted veneers for a while, but I heard you have to get them kind of replaced every like 7 years or something, which is a long time, but they're also very expensive. So
yeah.
And then what if they find out that it's really bad to have veneers, like you're gonna die, like, you know, I don't know, and then I'm just stuck with them. Don't from the root, don't they bring up like little screws and then like the veneers screw into those?
So I don't know exactly how veneers work. That sounds like implants, though.
Oh, that might be implants.
But maybe they might work a similar way. I have a similar. It's somewhere in between the don't worry about your teeth like they do in the UK and America's like, I don't want perfect movie star teeth. I just want to do enough at the dentist to where my teeth are healthy and I'm not in pain. They could be as crooked as can be. I don't care as long as they're healthy.
Yeah, I have some crooked ones, but I just kind of care that they're clean. That's it.
Exactly. Clean, healthy. I don't want to get like cavities, mouth abscesses. I don't want to be in pain. I want to be healthy, functional, and as long as that's the case, I'm good. But
you say that I actually need to go take care of a cavity. It's not crazy or anything, but
I have a hard time making myself go because I have a really bad time with medical stuff. But I totally feel that.
I'm awful at the dentist. Because I don't know. I don't even know where to start. It's almost like I went to the dentist at GameStop. That's how bad it was.
Oh, no.
If anybody listening, I've had some of the worst luck in the past, 3 months with GameStop. And I almost never want to go back. But
oh, man.
I had a dentist literally tell me I didn't have my lower wisdom teeth. And I didn't believe it at first, but apparently that's a thing. Mm-hmm. Some people are born without some of their wisdom teeth. Yeah. No, I absolutely had my wisdom teeth. And it was a couple years ago. I didn't find out I had my bottom wisdom teeth until I got a blood infection because they rotted sideways underneath. Yeah, so I had to go get those.
And that pain is like the worst pain you will ever feel in your life. It feels like you've got hit in the side of the head by a semi truck, and there's just they're like, well, maybe we'll be able to see you in a week. Good luck. And you're just like, what do I do until then? I can't move. It's so painful.
Yeah, and then because of that, I had to get I had a couple cavities because they were under the the gum. Of course, I didn't know about it, and so some of the back molars got messed up. Actually, on both sides. I went to a really nice dentist. He put me under. I didn't have to deal with the pain and all that. It was perfect for me. He refused to do all of it at once. He wanted to split it up, and it wasn't even that long of a procedure to just do both sides. I think it's one on one side and two or three on the other. He just did the one side, the smaller side, or no, he did. I don't know what he did. He split it in half, and then he just quit. And and so I just never went back, and that's what I need to go back for. I just don't trust it just seems like they're after. I mean, everybody's just after cash, but it's dude, medical stuff. They need to get over that.
Yeah, it's a sore subject for me because as I mentioned, I have family members who just health-wise. My sister really got put through the ringer with the healthcare around here, And they were just like, no, you're fine. I don't know what's wrong with you. Only to find out she had Crohn's. And
Jeez.
it was like, you mean to tell us this whole time? Like, the dude was literally like, well, I don't know. Or do you get depressed sometimes? I know you've said you eat bad food sometimes. Maybe it's just food poisoning. Maybe you just had a bad piece of pizza. And then we got like a second opinion. It's like, no, she's had Crohn's for years and it was going like unnoticed.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, medical gaslighting is out of control.
Oh yeah, my sister had found out she had endo, which is like really bad. I mean, like softball-sized tumors
Oof.
that she constantly has to go and get taken out, and they'll refuse to give her like stuff to help with pain. She doesn't even go with like the crazy pain stuff. It's just a higher dose of like Advil or ibuprofen.
Yeah, I like the 500 milligram Tylenol they give you, or not
Yeah.
Tylenol, but
The big ones, you know.
yeah, yeah.
But they hate doing that. They'll make her go do a drug test first and all this other stuff, or they'll tell her, "Oh, you're fine. It'll go away.
Yeah.
Just give it." It's just like, dude, you took the X-ray and you can see that she has a softball in her body for the 5th time.
Yeah.
I think something else needs to be done.
Yeah, it's, and like totally the medical like gaslighting like that is bad. Like, I know tons of dudes who have, struggled with that too. Like, I have a good friend that the doctors would just tell him, like, they would just give him the runaround. But literally the second it's a woman, it's so much worse. They're just like, oh, maybe she's just sad and doesn't feel good. And
Yeah.
it's like ridiculous.
I'll be
Ugh.
honest, I'm just as bad with Christine because she's coming home. She's telling me she has a headache, and I'm like, all right, well, when's the last time you had water?
Yeah.
And she'll give me that look like 14 months ago. Like, go drink water.
Maybe you'll feel better. Yeah. I have that problem with myself. I'm like, man, except for me lately, it's like, oh, why do I have this splitting headache? And then I hear thunder. I'm like, oh, that's why. But, when I was in college, I would be like, oh my goodness, why do I have such a bad headache? I got to do these school projects. And then I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten in like a day and a half.
That's me. That's me right now.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, maybe I should eat. And then, oh, what do you know? You go get a hearty meal in your stomach and drink some water, and oh, I feel so much better.
I don't feel better. I'm in a food coma at that point.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
probably what's going to happen shortly after this recording is I'm just going to eat as much food as I can find, and then I'm just going to black out.
Man, I used to do that. Like, when I lived in Charleston, I would go to work, get dinner on the way home, and just like eat and pass out. Like, I know that feeling. It sucks.
I know it's not good for me, but I'm going to die one day. And especially me being 36, people are going to say, hey, you're not that old. But I've
Yeah.
been really weirdly obsessed with my mortality lately. And I'm just like, there's so many flavors out there I have not experienced.
Yeah,
And
I gotta get some food.
Yeah. Like, I'm never going to experience those again. Like, when I don't know what happens. I'm not going to get into that discussion after you die. But I know for a fact I'm not going to have my favorite pizza joint anymore. You know? Like, I'm not going to wake up and be like, today is a pancake day. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm going to be some kind of just, I don't even know. But
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe there is, but you don't know that.
yeah,
So don't chance it. It's like, maybe there's even a better pizza place after I die, but I don't know that for sure. So
Yeah,
I better eat this pizza place now while I'm here.
I like how all I've done this podcast is talk about pizza. Like, that's all I've eaten in my life. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is basically all I've eaten in my life. I love pizza. In fact,
Hey, man,
I was going to say, in fact, back when I was streaming, I didn't even do this on stream, okay? I just, I was in streamer headspace, like, oh, I got to do a challenge. I didn't even keep up with people. I went and bought 14 days. 14 days worth of frozen pizzas and ordered a couple pizzas. I lived on pizzas for 2 weeks straight. I was just curious if I would ever get sick of it. I mean, breakfast, lunch, dinner was some sort of pizza. Bagel bites in the morning. Pizza rolls all that stuff. I'm still eating so much pizza. I did not. I got a little sick of it. I was like, I could go for a burger. But then like a week later, I was like, I really want some pizza. It's impossible for me to get sick of pizza.
I'm kind of that way with spaghetti.
Spagurts.
I'm a big spaghetti head, man. What can I say?
I don't know if I can do spaghetti anymore. It's kind of like ramen because, you know, in my teens, early 20s, I was broke. So spaghetti is the best broke meal because you can add anything you want to it, veggies, stuff like that. The sauce is super cheap. The noodles are super cheap. And you buy enough to make a week's worth of meals for like $4, even today.
Right.
But I think I've just had too much of it. Same with ramen. Like I have to have a very special ramen for me to be excited for it because I've eaten so much in my time. I'm sure my bones are just pure sodium at this point because of it.
I'm trying to think of a maybe that's what really put me there with Coke. I had so much of my throughout my life. I'm like, I'm done. I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
But man, I've been like, ever since I was a kid, we've always been like, the go-to is spaghetti, and to this day, I'm like, I can't get tired of it. I would think that I was at this point, but I truly can't. But
I get that. There's like, other than pizza, there's some stuff that I don't think I'll ever get sick of. Like I am a sucker for ice cream. Still not healthy. I'm a sucker for good lasagna. I'm going full Garfield now.
Hey, it's Jim Davis's birthday at the time of recording this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so happy birthday, creator of Garfield.
I'll have a lasagna on you. But yeah, actually now I'm talking about, because I'm starving right now. I have not eaten all day. And I would love for some lasagna. But I don't think I'd ever... No, I could see myself. I've gotten sick of pasta. You have too much pasta, and you'll never want to look at it again for like the next 6 months.
Yeah.
But I think only pizza is something that I could never 100% get sick of.
The thing about pizza, too, that's so great, and I guess you could argue this for really any food, but it's like, I'm sick of this pizza. It's like, okay, I'll just get a different one, you know? Or it's like, I'll get this pizza from a different place that kind of has a different sauce or a different cheese. Like, there's so much variety to where if you're starting to get burnt out on something, you can kind of pivot to something else to mix things up and keep it fresh.
Yeah.
That's why I like the question where people are always like, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, or like one type of food, what would you pick? And I always think like just Japanese food. Like there's so much variety within Japanese food, and I love most of it to where...
Oh, I thought it was like one dish you had to choose. Like one specific...
I've seen both. A lot of people, they're like, if you could only eat one type of food, and like the stupid memes, like one's gotta go. Mexican food, Japanese food, Italian food. I like Japanese food. I could never get tired of. Yeah, one dish for the rest of my life, it probably would have to be pizza or maybe spaghetti. I don't know.
Pizza
tough.
would work, but I used to say salad because as long as you just put a little greens, I've seen some crazy salads. I feel like you can turn anything into a salad. Or you know what? A sandwich. We could say sandwich. I'm sure you could you could turn anything into a sandwich.
That's true. Put anything between two slices of bread, or if you want to get a little bit international, there's lots of places like one of my favorite streamers. He's from Sweden, and he's like, I'm gonna have a ham sandwich, and like he comes back with like ham wrapped in a like flatbread. So like then you get into the territory. Yeah, then you get into the territory like flatbread wraps. That's a sandwich. You know, a burger's a sandwich.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I hate to say that I think it is.
If you say it is, then you have to say cereal is a soup. Because there's miso soup, which is served cold. You can't bring up the argument that it's not cooked. Because all the ingredients are cooked. That's why the milk is safe to make or drink. And the food is safe to eat. They have to bake those little like cereal bits.
I will see your cereal is a soup and raise you, it's a stew because it has chunks of things in it.
Yeah, I'll give it that. It's a stew.
It's cereal is a stew.
That's a common ground I can get behind. But yeah,
oh man,
I don't think a hot dog is a sandwich though. I used to be on that side. I think it's more of like a sub, which I think is different than a sandwich. Just like a burger is not a sandwich.
I think those are technically sandwiches in my like classification. They're fancy sandwiches.
I mean, if you want to call it a fancy, the question is it a sandwich though? So that's when I say no.
I think it is. Definitely a burger and a sub. I mean, sub stands for submarine sandwich.
I mean, there's so many different types of... Yeah, I realize that. But I know there's a different word for it that I'm not thinking
of. There's a hoagie that you might be thinking of.
Yeah, it's like...
which is like a smaller sub.
A hot dog is just a hoagie.
Yeah.
Especially with like how the bread is cut and how the inside stuff is placed. I would see that it's more of a hoagie. Because we do have classifications. I don't know how we ended up here, so I apologize.
I don't either, but I'm fine with it.
But no, I'm going down like, is it a sandwich rabbit hole? But we have categories of sandwiches. Like, yes, they're all sandwiches, but a burger is a burger. Like, you would not take out a ham sandwich and be like, this is a burger. No, a burger is a burger. Same with like a grilled cheese. A grilled cheese is a sandwich. I would consider it. It's got the goods on the inside of two pieces of bread, separated pieces of bread. I think that's the key piece that makes it a sandwich. But because otherwise it's a taco. Is a taco a sandwich?
I think it is, man.
Oh, man. You know what? I didn't think
about it.
I didn't think about it until I brought it up, and now I'm questioning things.
I think it is, unfortunately.
I'm so distracted by the hot dog. I keep forgetting to buy bait. I've just been.
I want you to know that it pains me to say that, but I think unfortunately, like if I put my feelings aside, I have to acknowledge that it is.
I feel like it would be closer to a wrap,
which
is not a sandwich. A wrap is not a sandwich. We can agree on that. Like a tortilla wrapped with like chicken and some lettuce in there. That's a burrito.
I think it's an American thing, though. I think if you go to any like European country, they would say a wrap is a sandwich, which is what kind of expanded my mind to like, dang, maybe I've been wrong this whole time. Maybe I've just been a ethnocentric American and thinking about it that way.
Yeah, but do we trust them over there? I don't know if you saw the
that's
TikTok,
a good question.
TikTok drama going right now because there's like a British woman who has gone viral for making lemonade, but it's British lemonade, and everybody over here it's just throw a bunch of lemons in a cup and have a machine squeeze it. You don't take anything out. You just slice the lemons, put them in the glass, and then you pour some water in it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man.
And it's called lemonade.
That ain't lemonade, brother.
And they're like, lemonade doesn't have sugar. But like, that's the whole point. You're supposed to counterbalance
That's the
citrus.
Aid part, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. I've never thought of that. It's the Aid.
So here's the classic thing. What would you do if you found out there's another identical clone of you out there?
So is it proof that I am the original?
Yes.
Okay, and I just found out he exists?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think he's not going to be me. It would be the equivalent of being a twin because I didn't know about him, so we clearly didn't live the same life.
Right.
And that's what made me who I am. So, I mean, like... Okay. I've already had situations where people are like, Wes, here's your twin in real life. Like in high school, everybody had their like doppelganger. And,
right.
And that's basically what it would be. It would be like somebody, which is not hard. I'm a generic white guy. That's what I look like with a mustache. I mean, every generic white guy with a mustache is going to look like me. So
it's a much nicer answer than the one I give.
But what's yours?
I'm just like, I'm finding him and I'm like gonna kill him. Like there can only be one of me.
I don't care about anything as long as it's not affecting. Like if I find out this clone has stolen my identity, or something, then yeah, I'm going full Carl on him. But
I also think of it very like comic booky. Like I think like Lex Luthor has grown me in a vat, and there's another one of me that they just like pulled out of a big gigantic fluid tube today, and now there's a second me roaming the earth, and I'm like, nope, can't have that. He's going down. Only one of us can live.
I'm guessing the whole like last bit of this podcast episode is going to be hypotheticals because I have one.
It's just us being insane.
Because I have one, and this one has like I'm very very hard stance on this one. If you could teleport anywhere on the planet, anywhere in the blink of an eye, instead of traveling and all that stuff, but every time. It just creates a clone and uploads your consciousness to it and then destroys the old self. Would you do it?
I don't think I could do it.
I couldn't.
I think I'm too scared. But
what if I lose the coin flip? I don't know if you know what that is, but if you ever played, was it Sombra? I think that's what it's called. I forgot what it was. Same people that made like Amnesia and stuff. Soma, I think it was called.
The Chinese room.
But like, yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all because like the coin flip is, if your consciousness is going to be in two bodies, the consciousness that you're kind of like in control of right now, there's only one of that. Right. When you split that, you're not going to experience both consciousness. You're going to only be one of them. Are you going to be the one that gets transferred over to where your destination is, or are you going to be the one that gets incinerated once the transfer is done?
Right.
You know? So like what if you lose the coin flip like every single time? Like you have I don't know.
That's kind of why I don't want to do it. I didn't really know how to put it into words, but like I was a big Star Trek fan growing up, and I remember we watched a documentary on how even in like old 60s sci-fi and like 90s sci-fi with like original Star Trek and Star Trek The Next Generation, it was like it kind of predicted a lot of the technology we have today. Like they had flip phones in the 60s in Star Trek, and then like we got flip phone cell phones and stuff like that. And like so much of the technology of Star Trek has kind of just naturally become a reality. And so like the big question of those shows every time, like those documentaries, is like, so when's the teleporter going to be a thing, you know? And they were talking about that exact premise, and they're like, the only way you could really feasibly make a teleporter with what we know now about quantum physics and all that is duplicating yourself and getting rid of the other copy. And the idea that like one of these is getting erased permanently, like I can't do that. Like I don't care if I won or lost the coin flip. The idea that it's like, all right, anyway, one of y'all's gone. I'm like, that I hate that. Yeah, freaks me out.
It would be a weird feeling like, hey, I went to Paris, but I killed a person basically to get here. Yeah, you know, I would just drive. I love road trips. I hate flying, especially nowadays. I haven't done it in like since. I think the last time I flew was, I think COVID was just being talked about. It had not really sunk in yet because airports were still a thing. I think that's the last time I've been on a plane, and I hated it. It was awful.
Dang. Yeah, I don't enjoy being on a plane. I've flown a little bit these past couple of years, and at first I was like, this is exciting. And then the next two times I did it, I was like, actually, I think I kind of hate this. But it's just like the takeoff and the landing really stress me out. And the whole rest of the time, it's kind of smooth sailing, but you're just cramped in there like sardines unless you pay way too much for a ticket. And like, it's not comfortable. It's not a good time. None of it's fun. Yeah. Also, the stress of maybe I'll miss my flight. That's almost more scary than the plane.
Yeah, exactly, because you're like, I'm never going to see that money again. So
yeah, none of it's a good time to me. The whole process is like, ugh. So yeah.
But I mean, even Christine, like for our honeymoon, we want to go to Japan, and she's been very curious if we could just like how long would it take on boat? I was like,
Jeez.
I don't think we can do that, but we'll look into
Yeah.
it. I think we're. Just
I think
gonna
there
have to
are
bite the
some
bullet.
instances, yeah, like that, where I'm like, you know, some distances you just got to be like, it is what it is. I'm gonna have to suck it up and fly. But
Yeah.
man,
By
I
boat,
don't
that would
enjoy
be
it.
cool if I could like pay, still make money on a boat and just live like a couple months on the sea or something. That might be fun.
Oh
That
yeah,
might be
like a
an
lot of
experience.
people, they're like, let me just be on the boat and I'll help out. Like
Yeah.
my passage is my labor, you know. Um,
I-
I've heard of people doing that.
No, I meant more.
Oh.
I meant more just, a sticker club, taking off, and I could do it on
Oh.
a laptop and stuff, instead of working in an office. But yeah, I could
All
help.
right, joining the crew.
Yeah, get the poop deck. I was like, I'm not working on that boat.
Yeah, I've ever heard that people will do that. It's like
That's cool,
for
though.
passage to go from like country to country. They're like, I'll like work on the boat till we get there.
Yeah, I mean, that actually isn't a half bad idea, because then you're experiencing stuff I'm all about experiencing things, because like I said, my mortality is like real big in my brain right now. So I'm just like, hey, I don't want to miss out on stuff. I also don't want to do a lot of stuff, but I also
Yeah.
keep it in mind, like, hey, just do it because you're gonna die. So
Yeah, I have a constant like the classic, the inside you are two wolves thing.
Mhm.
The one is like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and the other one's like, hey man, when else are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
So like, I'm constantly just arguing with myself
yeah,
in that regard. So I get it.
I just try and think of like what's the most common bad thing that's going to happen from this, and then I'm just
boy.
like, I'm like, oh, am I going to die? Okay, then that's fine. Let's just do it.
Oh, I'm so bad about that. I'm just like, what if I don't know, what if your head explodes? You know, like,
Well, I don't think that's a choice I just made. I think that
I know, and that's a good point to have. It's like, yeah, and then what? Like, how are you going to stop that, whether you were at home or if you decided to actually go on a fun little travel excursion? But yeah, like, my overthinking nonsense is like out of control sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That is.
I'm definitely the kind where it's like, oh man, I've got a cramp. I must have a cancer. This is it. I'm
Yeah.
dying. You
Yeah.
know, like, oh, I have a headache. Must be a brain tumor. Like, yeah.
Jeez.
But
And with animals too. We have 2 animals, and it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
something seems a little off, especially with cats, because cats will not scream when they're in pain. They'll just act normal because they're tough. And-
but my mom's cat today, she like stepped on a bee or tried to get a bee or something, and it stung her foot. And so she's been like moping around all day with one foot 3 times bigger than the other one. And I'm like, no.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, she's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. But I'm just like looking over there, like, oh,
Like just the other day, my cat Wi-Fi did something weird, and I was like, "You don't normally do that." And so I started looking it up, and I'm just like, "Okay, Wes, stop. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's wait." Yeah, I have a really bad habit of overthinking as well.
Oh. Well, let's end on a happy note. You should go check out Watch Out Loud on all his social medias, because he's about to have a little sticker club every month, and it's going to be sick. I've gotten prototype stickers, quote unquote. I don't know if you'd call them prototype. I've gotten his first wave of Kirby stickers that he did a while ago, not related to Sticker Club.
Yeah,
They're great quality.
I will be doing a Kirby month at some point. So if you like Kirby, I'll be doing another one. There's a lot of redos I'm gonna do because my style has gotten a lot better. But
yeah, man, it's fun.
yeah, and it's gonna be super affordable. Just like, I don't have the exact numbers. I'm thinking like it's because it's on Patreon. The smallest one would be like $4.99, $5.99. You just get the sticker sheet. If you pay like $6.99 or $7.99, whatever I end up doing, that's the next tier. You get 2 die cut stickers and the sticker sheet, and then I'll have a poster, not a poster, a postcard tier where you get every month a postcard, the 2 die cut, and then a sticker sheet. And then I'll probably do me and a friend tier where you get double all of that, so you and a friend can get one in case a friend does.
That's a good idea.
In case a friend doesn't want to just make an account on Patreon or something, but really wants those stickers, because it's not like a store. You can't just buy it. It's just these are the rewards. Yeah. And then I'm also going to do wallpapers that are little free. There'll be like a $1 where you can. Once I make the Discord, I'm going to have a Discord, and then I'll give free like animated phone wallpapers and stuff in my style, little updates and stuff like that. So
nice.
Yes. Yeah. I'm very excited and very nervous.
Me too. Less so the nervous part. I believe in it. You just got to find the people to find it, you know? And that's the problem with everything online. Like, everything what you've got there is good stuff. You just got to find the audience.
Oh, yeah.
To latch on.
The only problem is I'm awful at networking. I don't know how I'm still getting followers and stuff. I don't know. That's why I have a little bit of confidence in my work, because I'm not doing anything. So it's probably just finding my work. So at least I have that. Yeah, that'll be really cool. Well, we've been recording for almost 2 hours, so I think this might be a great place to wrap up. I'm all out of bait. That's perfect.
I'm all out of bait, and I bet you're hungry.
I'm starving. I almost forgot about it. All this talking about hypotheticals made me forget about my own problems.
Yeah, hypothetical. What you gonna eat?
Apparently, maybe a sandwich, maybe not a sandwich. I don't know.
I'm looking at it. I can't tell if it's a sandwich or not. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for listening. If you could, please leave us a nice rating on your podcasting platform of choice and or YouTube. And if you have the ability to leave comment, why don't you let us know? Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich? Discuss in the comments. But yeah, we'll see you guys not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after next Wednesday, and
in the future.
Yeah, in the future, unless lightning strikes me dead.
But don't say that with all the thunderstorms. But thanks for having me, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's always a great time. You're always welcome. On that note, I'm gonna take this fishing boat back to dock. Bye-bye, y'all. Peace out. Have a great night. Bye.